You also would be given up the right to a trial either by jury or a bench trial. Not all cases qualify for a jury trial, and I will inform you on a case-by-case basis if your case qualifies for a jury trial. An example of that would be a DUI. That also qualifies for a jury trial. You would also be given up the right to the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including an appeal. And as we discussed before, in some cases you may be eligible for a court-appointed attorney at little or no charge. You would also be given up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. Again, this is with a guilty or no contest plea. You would also be given up the right to present evidence on your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. You're also given up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and also given up the right to a direct appeal. Rule 14.4 is a notice of possible collateral consequences, and those are included the following. A conviction of a crime may have collateral consequences, including but not limited to immigration consequences and other potential collateral consequences, including the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of your probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or reentry. Further on your citizenship, under Rule 17.2, every person who enters a plea of guilty or no contest or is found guilty after trial understands that if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. A Rule 33 petition. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. At the sentencing portion of your case, you will be given a letter that will explain further what a Rule 33 petition is. It will also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of conviction and how to seal those records. You may apply to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once terms of the sentence and time frames therein have been satisfied. At sentencing, you will be provided an informational sheet that will further explain the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment, and the sealing of records. A not guilty plea. So we've spoke about what occurs at a guilty and a no contest plea. Now let's discuss what occurs at a not guilty plea. A court date for a pre-trial conference will be provided. At the pre-trial conference, you will meet with the county or town prosecutor. You will have a private meeting with them. The prosecutor may provide you a copy of the police report to review, discuss the case, and share information about the evidence they intend to use at a trial to be scheduled at a later time. Use caution when you are speaking to the prosecutor. What you say may be used against you in court if the case does in fact proceed to a trial. So it's a lot of times best if you plead not guilty today, you'll be scheduled to come right back here, and the prosecutor will take you privately into a room and discuss the case with you. It's best to listen first to see what they have to say. You certainly can talk to them with whatever you wish to. Just be careful that you can self-incriminate in that meeting. At the conclusion of the pretrial conference, one of four results will occur. Number one, the case will proceed to a trial and you will be given your next court date. Or two, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties agree on, including yourself. Or number three, the case could be dismissed. Or number four, the case could be continued by either party for the request for further information. If you're here for a civil traffic offense, these are non-criminal offenses. You will plead either responsible or not responsible. If you plead responsible, a fine or sanction will be imposed for the sentencing. If you plead not responsible, a civil traffic hearing will be scheduled. Or if combined with a criminal offense that you have pled not guilty to, the prosecutor will review the civil and the criminal charges together. Those could be used as bargaining chips. They may or may not be used. When your name is called, please come forward to the bench that I described to you earlier with your attorney waiver form. Answer questions with yes or no instead of or nah or yeah or nah. We're on record, and it is difficult to make a distinction of these slang words on record. I'll understand exactly what you're saying, but the record has a hard time making distinguished clarity on that. Please ask questions if you have any. The court cannot provide legal advice, but I can provide legal information. Your questions can be about the information that I just provided to you in this group summary, or outside of the scope of that information, but again, I can't provide legal advice. So that would be a lot of information if we did that for each of you.
Ready?
I am ready.
Michael Yazzie?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Sorry, I didn't get the paper. I came in late from New Mexico.
Okay, no problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, do I have the right paperwork?
I have no idea. And your last name is Yazzie, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They have him as signed in first. So I'm
What?
All
I
right,
just
sir.
barely got here when I walked in.
Yeah, I saw you come in a little late. All right, sir. So if you'd write your name right here, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Right in your case number here. All right, sir. Do you have any questions about the attorney waiver form?
Just representation.
All right, let me take a look at your case. You're here on a driving suspended violation. It's a class 1 misdemeanor on case number 2026 TR 102. There is no jail time being asked of this case. So you would have to, if you're looking for a court-appointed attorney, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
All right, so did you understand the information I gave?
Yes.
All right, so do you have a good cause for a court-appointed attorney?
Pretty much disabled my leg,
Okay,
and I can't get a job.
okay, so
And I've
neither
been
one
on
of
food
those.
stamps.
Okay, none of that. So let's just presume, like I gave in the group advice, let's presume you can't afford one. Okay,
Uh-huh.
then I need a second cause. So a bad leg's not going to do it. What other things?
Just pretty much that's it. Just can't find a job.
Okay, so you won't be able to get a court-appointed attorney
Okay.
because you can't afford one. It has to be two components.
Okay.
If you can't afford one, then I need a second one. Okay.
Okay.
So if you don't have, like, there's no jail time. If there's jail time, absolutely could do it.
Okay.
Those type of things. So if the bad leg is all and the other ones are kind of financial related,
Yeah.
that won't provide the cause for a court-appointed attorney.
Okay.
So you're then left with the decision to hire one at your own expense or waive the presence of an attorney.
I'll just waive the presence.
Okay. All right. So then what you'll do here, since you asked for one, the check-in box says the court determined that I am not entitled to one, and then sign and date where it's highlighted, please.
Today's date?
8. Yep. All right, so then I got do a little adjustment. Sorry. Okay. In the group advisory, I gave the plea options of guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Do you have any questions of those?
No.
How do you wish to plead?
Not
sir?
guilty.
Not guilty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. Just want to confirm on record. You can just say yes or no. Is this a good address?
Yes, but that's my physical. I have a PO box.
Okay, so let's do that. I need a not guilty court date.
Okay. And that's no attorney?
No attorney.
And is it magistrate or justice?
It is a justice case, and the PO box.
P.O. box.
Actually, if I could have you write, I'm trying to save it so
Yes.
it doesn't have to go broadcast. Right here, right. It says mailing address. And then do you have a phone number and email? If so, could you put
I have
those
a phone
both in here?
number.
I need a, I need a court date form.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No email?
No.
Okay.
I don't even check
All right,
it.
sir, and you traveled from New Mexico?
Yeah, I'm from
I'm
Gallup.
gonna allow you to do this telephonically.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, because I called and I heard about it. I was like, I gotta call and do it
Yeah,
telephonically.
so I'll let you do, you might not be able to do all the proceedings, but your next one can be telephonic, so I'm gonna give you some telephonic instructions.
Okay,
You'll have a court date, you just need to make sure that you get a hold of them before the court date.
Okay.
No later than 5 days before. You can do it tomorrow
Okay.
if you want,
okay,
but just no closer to the court date than 5 days, because what they'll try to do is get a resolve, and then actually on the court date,
Mhm.
we know how the case is gonna proceed to a trial, plea
okay,
agreement, or dismissed, or continued.
okay, all right,
So I'll allow you to do that. We'll give you the instructions for that, and
Okay.
allow that to happen. But you don't have an email, or you don't use an email?
I have an email, but I don't really use it. I'm more of the phone
Okay.
and text. I
Okay.
hate going in there, checking it, trying to find
Yeah,
it.
the prosecutor might ask you to send stuff back and forth.
Okay,
through
I can
your-
do that.
I don't, so we'll just wait for now,
Okay.
and then if you know something's coming, then you can remember to
Okay.
look at it or something. But as of now, you just, when you talk to them, you can provide it, and then if they want to send you any documents.
Okay,
Otherwise, it can all go through the mail still. And that's 87305?
yes,
Okay. All right, give me a moment. We'll get you your next court date and then the instructions for that pretrial conference. There is a P.O. box also that we amended the citation with.
Okay.
Let me, while you got that, if you want that card, I'm gonna put the case number on there that I just gave away. Is that the same case? Nope, that's, you already took it. I think it was 102 or 201.
Is this one is too?
That one you're working on, can I get the case number?
2026 TR 102.
I had it right. So that's on the back in case you need to reference it for any reason.
That.
Okay, so here are the instructions. Here's what it talks about. Call at least no less than 5 days before. Again, sooner is easier. Here's the phone number to contact.
okay.
There might be a little bit of phone tag going back and forth.
I had to call a couple places, get this number. All right,
All right, and then here is your court date you'll be signing for. And that is 6/9 of 2026 at 2 p.m. If you'd sign where it says defendant, I'll get you a copy of that. Do you have any questions for me at all?
no, sir.
Okay, so as
Thank
soon
you.
as they get you a copy, you're all set to go.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Good day. Fernando Che?
Hello there, sir. How are you?
Good, you, sir?
Good, thank you. All right, sir, so this is case number 2026 TR 88. Could you state your full name?
Fernando Ralph G. Jr.
Thank you. All right, so the allegations made against you are 2 DUI charges, both Class 1 misdemeanors. One is DUI impaired to the slightest degree. The second one is DUI drugs. Did you understand the group advisory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so on the mandatory minimum, this was an example that was used in that group advisory. So number one, it's jury eligible. Number two, you can request a court-appointed attorney. And number three, there's mandatory counseling that's required on a DUI, and a mandatory minimum fine of $1,515.50.
All right.
Did you have any questions regarding any of the information about an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
One question, actually, sorry. I couldn't really afford one, so how could I go about that?
Okay, have you filled out a financial questionnaire yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, if I could take a look at that, please. Thank you. All right, in this financial questionnaire, you live with 6 other people,
Yes, sir.
and you financially support the 3 friends, the brother, the mom, and the other friend.
Yes, sir.
You financially support them.
Yes, sir.
Not only do you live with them, but you financially support them?
No, sir.
Okay. So you live with them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you don't financially support them?
Well, I actually only support the mom, actually.
Pardon me?
I only support the mom, sir.
Okay. And what about the 3 kids?
The 3 kids, sometimes. Sometimes.
Are they your children?
No, they're my nieces and nephews.
Okay.
My friends' kids, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to change this to 2, maybe one of the 3 kids
Okay.
as an average,
All right.
and then your mom. Okay.
Yeah. Well, homie's mom. My friend's mom, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so it's your friend's mother. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you got your friend's mom, a friend, and then a friend's brother.
Yes, sir.
And you occasionally financially support your friend's mother,
Yes, sir.
and you occasionally financially support, on an average, one of the 3 kids.
Yes, sir.
And they live with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you currently are employed or not employed?
Unemployed.
Unemployed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that ended on the 6th of March?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you do some side jobs and incur about $500 monthly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, and I'll make that assignment here. So this is your court date that is scheduled for you and your attorney entering a not guilty plea for you and setting your pretrial conference. Your court date is 6/23 of 2026 at 9:30 a.m. If you would sign for that court date here, there should be a long pin there somewhere.
Look at a hammer.
Pardon me?
Looks like a hammer.
Yes.
And you said date 2 as well?
I know you don't have to date it.
Okay.
So this is your attorney's name and phone number. Call 5 days prior to that court date. And that's the court date's listed here again. You're not in custody. I need a copy of this. And then a copy of this too if you want to say, hang on. And this is for a pretrial for that. So we'll get you a copy of that. You have any questions for me?
No, sir, I do.
All right. So in about 5 days, if you don't get hold of them now because they don't know anything about you. So it gives us a chance to prepare the case, get it sent to them, call 5 days before that next court date, let them know who you are. You might not get a hold of them. You might have to just leave a message. If you get a hold of them, just follow his guidance. If you don't get a hold of them, then just make sure you appear here and meet him for the first time.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you not sign that one? And then this is the copies.
Okay. Thanks. Alright, so there is your 2 copies there. There's, again, the court date that you signed for, and then your attorney, name, phone number, 5 days ahead of time with the court date again.
Alright, cool.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, you're all set to go. You have a good day.
You as well, sir? What do I do with your binder?
You can just...
I'll take it, thank you.
That would be.
Okay, so when they ask me, let me...
Sorry.
It just makes it smooth.
Luke Manning?
Hello
Morning,
there.
Your Honor.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Doing good. All right, this is case number 2026 CM 12065. Could you state your name?
Luke Andrew Manning.
Okay, Mr. Manning, we're here on a disorderly conduct charge. Did you understand the information provided in the group advisory?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Regarding the attorney decision, how do you wish to proceed?
I do not want an attorney.
All right, if you would just check the top box there, and then date and sign where it's highlighted, please. you. Do you have any questions before you give a plea to the court?
No, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. Enter your not guilty plea for you to get your pre-trial conference scheduled. Okay, you got a court date of 5/18 of 2026 at 9:30 a.m. if you'd sign for that court date there. Do you have any questions about the pre-trial conference, or did you understand that information?
I understood it, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. So you copy this for the defendant, and then the case is wrapped. And then if you need help with some of that, because I just need to hear.
Okay,
Get
sorry.
on your, it's okay, just get on your teams and tell them to do whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Are you prepping the ones that you're giving me?
There's a case stuck in the queue that
Oh.
Andrew is trying to fix.
Gotcha.
Copy?
Okay, all right, so there's your court date. We'll see you then.
All right. Have a good day, Your Honor.
You bet.
Sorry, I don't know why I handed that back to you. Thank you. Tyler Owens?
Hello there, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you doing, Your Honor?
Doing good, thank you. All right, so this is case 2026 CM050. Could you state your full name?
Tyler Ray Owens.
All right, Mr. Owens, this is a cross-country travel violation. That's a Class 3 misdemeanor. Did you understand the information in the group advisory?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions about your attorney waiver form?
No, sir.
How do you wish to proceed with that?
No attorney.
Okay, you just check the top box here. But you already did, and you already signed it. All done. Any questions about the plea options before I take the plea from you?
No, sir.
All right, how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. Would you, while I'm filling out your not guilty plea, just add your name here? And I need a notice of court date for this one.
Thank you. I was looking for his name to write down.
What's that?
I was looking for his name to write down.
Yeah.
This works.
All right, and then as soon as you get that done, I just want to confirm his address with him
Mm-hmm.
and not say it on record. I just want to get a yes or no confirmation when you get a chance.
This is just...
All right, sir, if you could just let me know if this is still current with a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then, let's see, we've got a... And that is a good phone number there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an email address?
Yes.
If you could you restrict it, just write it right there for me? That way if they want to send any correspondence to you, they can do it that way. All right, thank you. This is your notice of court date scheduled for 6/9 of 2026 at 1:30 p.m. If you would sign here, that's for a pretrial conference with your not guilty plea. copy of that, please. Do you have any questions at all?
No, sir.
Okay, so you'll come right back here and meet with the prosecutor. They'll take you privately into a room and discuss the case with you.
Perfect.
As soon as she gets you a copy, you'll be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a good
Have a
day.
good day, you too. Here we go.
Nanette McGinnis?
Hello there.
Hello, Your Honor.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
All right, this is case 2026 TR 12067. If you'd state your full name.
Nanette McInnes?
Thank you. No middle name?
No.
Okay. All right, so the example that we gave in the group advisory is a DUI allegation. You've got two of them. One is DUI impaired to the slightest degree, and the other one is a DUI drugs case. DUI is jury eligible, has a mandatory minimum fine of $1,515.50, and a mandatory DUI counseling, and you also have the right to a jury trial if you wish. Understanding that information, do you wish to exercise your right for a court-appointed attorney?
I do.
Okay, let me take a look at your financial statement here. Receive no income from any sources?
No.
Okay. And your bills are roughly $500 a month?
Right.
Okay. Court qualifies you for a court-appointed attorney, and we'll make that assignment. Enter a not guilty plea for you. All right, so this, first off, is your court date. We've scheduled you for a pretrial conference with a not guilty plea. Your court date is 6/23/2026 at 9 o'clock a.m. right here.
Okay.
If you'd sign where it says defendant, there's a pin right over there for you.
Oh, thank
There
you.
you go. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to get you a copy of this also, but I'll explain to you, this is your assigned attorney with this phone number. Call 5 days prior to your next court date, which is listed right here. If you call now, they won't know anything about the case because you got to
Sure.
get it shipped over to them. So
Sure.
just somewhere right on the 5-day mark, give them a call.
All right.
And thank you. And we'll get you a copy. Do you have any questions?
No.
I can go ahead and take your attorney
Okay.
labor form, and since it's clean, we can use it later. Right, once we get your copies, you'll be set. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Lane Evans?
Yes.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll take a look here. This is a rescheduled date today, correct?
Correct.
Had some tire problems before. All right, sir, so this is case number 2026 TR 12038. Could you state your name, please?
Wayne Evans.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. So this is a aggressive driving violation, a class 1 misdemeanor.
Yeah.
That's alleged. There is no mandatory. Actually, let me look that up real quick. There's a possibility that aggressive driving does have a mandatory minimum. First off, you have to attend a traffic survival school if you're found guilty or plead guilty or no contest. Okay.
Okay.
As no other mandatory minimum penalties,
Okay,
unless there's a prior conviction to the same charge.
gotcha.
Did you understand the information I gave in the group advisory regarding the attorney?
Yes,
Okay, how do you wish to proceed?
not guilty, and I have I'll hire my own attorney. Yeah.
Okay, so you're waiving the presence of an attorney?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
And we'll enter your not guilty plea for you.
Thank you.
Do I have a date prepped on that one?
Pardon me?
Do I have a date prepped?
No,
on that
I saw, the
Okay.
other, yeah, no notice of court date here.
one? Okay.
All right, sir, so we'll be giving you your court dates for your pretrial conference. You'll come right back here to the courtroom,
Okay,
and then they'll call you individually to talk about the case regarding the pretrial conference.
thank you.
I do want to confirm a couple components of information with you. Is this an address that is correct? If yes or no? On
Yes.
Okay. And then that is a good email
Mm-hmm,
and a good phone number?
mm-hmm,
Okay,
it is.
all right.
Can I borrow the case?
You betcha.
Thank you.
It's pretty cool you supply reading glasses because
Yes.
most of the time I need them, but
Right,
fortunately I don't have anything to read, but that's really good.
Yeah, those are our kind of donators, and then the trick is to try to get people that don't have their glasses to see them. Because they're available.
I just
right.
saw it's pretty cool.
Right, yeah. But if you don't have your glasses to be able to see that, we provide glasses.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, is he hiring his own attorney on this one?
Yeah.
No, did you waive the presence of an attorney?
I waived the presence of an attorney, yeah.
Okay, just making sure, okay.
Okay,
I set the right date then.
all right.
Okay.
You gonna hire your own attorney?
Well, I'm gonna talk to an attorney, I don't know if I need one or not, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't need a
Okay.
court attorney.
Okay. So it's set for a non-attorney day?
Yep, waive the presence of an
Okay,
attorney.
got it.
Okay, cool. Then I mean, the pretrial conference, I mean, the prosecuting.
Yeah, you can talk to him first, and then if
Gotcha.
you decide you want an attorney after that, then you can hire
Then I
one
can
if you
do that,
choose
okay,
to.
thank you,
If you would sign for your court date, it's scheduled for 5/18/2026 at 9:30 a.m.
thank you.
There you go.
Okay,
And then once he gets you a copy, you're all set to go. We'll see you on that date.
thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jeff Wax, it's a warrant walk-in.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello there.
Good morning.
How are you?
Another day alive, Your Honor.
Okay, better than the alternative.
Yep, that's what I say.
All right. All right, so we currently have a warrant for a failure to appear on a driving suspended violation from 2023, and this is case number 2023 TR 12173. If you'd state your name.
Jeff Walks.
All right, do you have a middle name, sir?
Wayne.
Thank you. All right, you were present during the group advisory that I gave?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move forward into the arraignment. You've got two charges, which is the driving suspended, the original one, and then the failure to appear.
Okay.
Failure to appear is a class 2 misdemeanor. Do you have any questions about, did they give you an attorney waiver form?
No, but I would waive the
Okay.
attorney.
Okay. If you could, write your name right here, sir. And then if you're waiving the presence, you'll check the top box. And then if you would sign and date the form for me.
Today's the 8th.
Today is the 8th, correct. And are you working on the quash?
Well, yes.
Okay. Alright, do you have any questions about pleading to the two charges, sir?
Other than, no, I don't.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty?
Okay. To both?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sometimes, since this case is 2023 and you failed to appear, I'll hold the warrant and wait till you get to the next court date, because the next court date we're going to have several people here to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and quash it now. You're here on your own accord. Make sure that you appear at the next court date.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, we'll issue a warrant. Probably will not release you out of custody. So.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got picked up on the warrant and released on a non-compliance agreement to be here. So I didn't even know I had this looming around, so.
Yeah. Okay. Right, sir, so your court date is set for 5/18 of 2026 at 9 a.m. for your not guilty plea and a pretrial conference. If you'd sign there where it says defendant.
And then question on this hearing, am I able to appear telephonically?
Where do you reside?
In Munns Park, Arizona, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And then I work full-time with 5 kids I'm responsible for with a stay-at-home wife.
Here's what I'm going to do is have an in-person on the next one. And if you appear at that one and everything goes smooth, we can see what happens if there's another hearing.
Okay.
But we'll keep this one in person because of the warrant issue.
Right.
But if you appear at this, like I say, and there's another court date, then I can certainly consider that, because that'll be 2 swings of the bat. You're here.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, and then let me get this to for a copy. And if you have any documentation or you're able to get your license or any of that type of information, bring that stuff with you for the prosecutor to take into consideration.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm in the process of as well.
Okay. And then I'm going to give you a copy of the quashed warrant here in a moment.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I have one other
That's right.
one other thing I need to adhere by for the MVD, and then I'll have my license reinstated. So.
Yeah, get those ticket paper or whatever that out there is
Your
outstanding.
copy, sir. Your copy, I guess, is the signature. That's your copy.
Perfect. Thank you.
Get you this as well. Are we giving him the abstract too?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
A copy of it.
Yeah, just send it over here if you would. And that gives
Keep
you-
me out of trouble, man.
and
No.
that shows that you're
You
here.
can sign
For,
those.
that shows that you were here today, so that motor vehicle, we won't have a bump on it, so.
Okay. Perfect. So if I need to go in and, you know, today I can show them that
That you're-
documentation.
Correct. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, the idea is that you get your license in your hand before you come back.
Right,
So
right,
we want to see you get compliant as much as you do.
right. It'll look much better than just sitting around with a
Yeah.
same old problem. And
Yep. Any questions at all?
no, sir, that's
All right.
everything.
You bet.
Thank you so much for your time.
You bet. You've got all those copies?
He needs his copies.
Oh, there it is. Once he gives you that one, you're set to go.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Carry the warrant with you for a couple days, just in case, okay?
Yeah, that's the last thing I want. Thank you very much. Have a good day. You too.
Lutasha Yazzie? She was the first one here, so I need to apologize. She was the other Yazzie that signed in for her.
Oh, okay.
So.
Two Yazzies.
So we,
How are you,
we
ma'am?
two Yazzies. It got
We
confused.
apologize. You checked in first, and
Yeah.
we called the other Yazzie, not realizing, so thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
This is case 2026 TR0119. Could you state your full name?
Lutasha Yazzie.
Thank you. So we're here on one criminal violation of driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, and then 3 civil traffic violations. No license plate is the count A, no registration is count B, and no insurance is count C. Did you understand the information that I provided in the group advisory?
Yes.
Regarding the attorney, have you made a decision on that?
I don't need a call.
Okay, so if you have that form, and then just check the top box. And then sign and date it if you haven't. You already have, thank you. If you could write your name in right here as well, please. Thank you. So we'll first talk about that criminal violation. Any questions of the plea options?
No.
How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Okay. And then on the civil traffic violations, you have a responsible or not responsible pleas, individually or all together. Do you have any questions on that?
No.
Okay, how do you wish to plead on those?
Guilty.
Okay. I'm going to change your guilty plea to responsible on the civil traffic. So
Okay.
there's just a criminal difference and a civil, so it's okay. All right. Do you have any ability to provide insurance on the vehicle that was in question?
I don't have a job right now, so I'm in the process of moving, so I just kind of left it parked
Okay.
until that.
All right. So if you're able to get insurance on the vehicle,
I don't plan to get insurance or anything like that on the vehicle or get it registered because I have individuals in the household that like to just drive off with my vehicle, so
yeah.
that's the whole purpose of why I really never drove in it until that day.
Okay.
So,
I see.
I mean, I have irresponsible people in my household that like to push my buttons and
Okay.
try to get me to do stuff that.
All right. Did you understand the rights that you're giving up with your guilty plea in the group advisory?
What was that again?
In the group advisory, I explained that if you pled guilty or no contest, there would be certain rights that you would be giving up. Do you remember those that
Yeah.
I talked about? Okay, and you wish to give up those rights?
Yeah.
Okay. And you understand the citizens advisory that I provided about being here as a legal resident?
Yeah.
Okay. The actual basis of your case is that on April 3rd, 2026, at about 9 o'clock p.m., you were contacted at or near West Veneta Street and South Concord Road, that's in the town of Payson, city limits, in Gila County, in the jurisdiction of this court, and it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway when your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. Also, the vehicle being driven did not have insurance, registration, and no license plate on the vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, regarding your guilty plea and responsible plea, you're making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment if you pled guilty or responsible, that you'd receive a lighter sentencing?
No.
Okay. Court finds that you entered your plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I provided in the group advisory that you
Okay.
indicate you understand, and by signature, you're waiving those rights. Okay, this is that letter that I talk about my group advisory on how to set aside the judgment and seal the records. If you would sign the top copy, and then I'll give you the bottom copy. Thank you. Let me get that bottom one for you. I'm going to cross out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to this case. You still can read it, but I don't want you to be confused with it being
Okay.
Do you wish to give any statement to the court before I impose? You already gave kind of some information. Anything else you wish to say?
No.
The driving suspended, revoked, or canceled is a $482 violation. The no insurance is a $945 violation.
Okay.
The no license plate's a $206 violation. And then the no registration is a $587 violation, so give me a moment to do some calculating there.
Okay.
There's a court security fee of $35.80 that is due as well. And that brings us to a total of $2,255.80. $2,255.80. So let me, I want to make sure that I at least explain it to you. You can still choose not to, but if you're able to get 6 months of insurance on that vehicle, and you provide us with a 39-month motor vehicle record. So you gotta go to motor vehicle and say, I need my driving history for 39 months. And there are no prior insurance violations. That $945 will reduce to $182.
Okay.
Okay? So it might be worth the expense of putting insurance on it to save that money. It's up to you. I just want you to be at least aware of it. Okay? Regarding that $2,255.80, are you able to pay that today?
Which one?
Part-
No, I'm not able to pay
Okay.
for it.
I have, per statute, I have to add a $20 payment plan one time, and then we'll get a monthly payment plan from you.
Okay.
So the new balance is $2,275.80. How much can you afford on that per month?
At least 200.
200 a month? And
Yeah.
is that a comfortable amount?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to make a payment today?
No.
Okay, schedule your first one out, 30 days. Alright, so what you'll be signing for here is the payment plan of $200 per month. First one is due on 5/8 of 2026. Total balance is $2,275.80. If you would sign here for that payment plan. Thank you. And I'll get you a copy of that. In the bottom of that paper, it's highlighted in bold. There's a phone number that you can make the payments by phone if you wish.
Okay.
Or if you want to do them online, there's a website also that you can always come into the front counter and pay if you want. But if you want to do it remotely, they will charge a merchant fee to use your credit or debit card.
Okay.
So, any questions about anything that we talked about?
No.
Okay, then you're all set to go.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a good day.
This this was another warrant walk-in. There's a sentence by mail packet in there that I took the fines off of.
Not that, okay. The
If that
fines
makes sense.
off of
We
it?
just didn't receive the
The
sentencing
packet
back,
back,
so.
okay, okay.
It's the same
Okay.
prices.
Yeah, so I'm just do it here if he wants to. So.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Ruiz. How are you? All right, this is regarding case number 2016 TR 2445. Could you state your name?
Michael Reese.
Did I mispronounce that? Didn't I?
Well, it depends. Ruiz, but I don't know if you can roll your R's as good as I do.
Okay. All right, sir, so this case was at sentencing. A sentencing packet was mailed to you. The court did not receive the sentencing packet back. I just want to confirm that you wish to maintain your original plea that you gave the court.
And that was no contest.
Let me take a look here to review it. Driving suspended charge. Okay, so we didn't get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if this matters right now, but I did bring some documentation as to why I never received the sentencing packet. Got highlighted. I was incarcerated when the sentencing packet was sent out.
Okay.
And,
Okay. So you, reviewing the motion, you asked to just pay the fines. We had to get you here. We had to
right, I understand.
conclude it, so.
I understand. So just a little, if I may, a little backstory. At the time when all this stuff was going on, my life is so much disarray, and I was in active addiction at the time, and definitely not offering any type of excuse. But since then, I've really made several measures to do a complete 180. I did provide some documentation from New Freedom, which is a re-entry program.
Yeah,
I did obtain my peer recovery support specialist certification. I've gained employment at Changes Healing Center as a peer recovery support specialist and behavioral health tech. Part of my job description is I work with clients, and what I'm trying to do is just get my driver's license reinstated, because I'm trying to get a position to where I'll be transporting clients from different, from our residential treatment centers to our center downtown, where we have our groups that I run, and that's basically what this is the one step of several to come that I'm trying to get taken care of.
So we don't have a noticed type of plea. We don't know. I can't tell you if you pled guilty or no contest because you didn't return the packet to us.
Okay.
So, nonetheless, you can still plead that. You can change your plea if you wish, but we will proceed accordingly to the next portion of this. So, one of the charges was a speeding violation. The other charge was a lap and shoulder violation. Those have resolved and defaulted. The driving suspended or revoked is the only one that we're doing today on. So.
Okay.
So on that, you were here when I gave the group information?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any questions about an attorney waiver form?
I would just like to wait for my attorney.
Okay. So did they give you one of those forms?
No, I did not get one.
Okay. It was included in the sentencing packet by mail, but since we didn't finish that, so if you would put your name up here, and then after you review it, take a look at the top box there to check to see if you wish to make some more copies of that. This is the last one. And I don't know if you want to do this one for me too. This is the MAD, and we can double sign that one. I'll have a few of my own.
Name, check, and then
Yeah, where it says date, highlighted
Okay.
date for 8, and then your signature. And I only have 2 of these left if you want to make us some more of those.
Okay.
Okay.
thank you, thank you.
Do you have any questions before you give a plea to the court?
I guess the only question I would have, I just want to make sure I got everything understood. So the other 2 violations that you said were sent to default?
Correct.
Okay. So are those holding my driver's license
Yes.
back? Yeah. So we won't be able to address those today?
Are you able to make any payments on them?
I brought a little something, what I can, but I do have paychecks coming now, so.
Okay. How much can you do on a payment?
So I'm probably gonna have to do payments on all 3 of these things, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
I mean,
what I'm looking at doing is, number 1, the warrant.
Okay.
Is that warrant still active?
Yes.
So quashing the warrant, you're here, we're resolving the case today, so that will be done.
okay.
The fines for the civil traffic, do you have those up?
They're not current, since it's such an old case. They were on they're on the sentencing packet, or they're on the sentence by mail.
Okay.
Since they were from that time, I figured
Yeah.
we could keep those.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
So the speeding violation is $170. The seatbelt violation is $53.30. So that will clear your license if you're able to pay those civil traffic violations. Normally I could hold the fine for the driving suspended too, but that's several $100s. I won't do that to you. I can get at least $223.30 from you, then I can do an abstract, send that to motor vehicle. You can do that?
Yes.
Okay. So, we just need to make a note on that. So he's gonna most likely do payments on the other one.
If possible, please.
Yeah, and then we'll apply the balance to, well, I guess a computer will do that automatically. So he's gonna pay the $223.30 today. So I'll put that on here. All right, so we got to the point where I got your attorney waiver form. I'm gonna put your case number in on it. And then we're to the portion that you're pleading either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that driving suspended charge. How do you wish to plead on that?
Guilty.
Okay. All right, in that group advisory, you understood the rights that you're giving up by pleading guilty to that charge?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
Parole.
I need to make you aware that your guilty plea could affect your parole status. Does your parole officer know of this information?
Yes.
Okay. So you have the option. It's up to you. If they already know, they probably know the circumstances already. But you could, since your parole could be revoked, which means you could serve jail time, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney. You wish to exercise that right or proceed forward with what?
Proceed forward.
Okay.
Remind me of his name so I can pull it up.
Pardon me?
Can you remind me of his name so I can pull it up?
Yes. Last name is R-U-I-Z. Michael is the first.
It's just magistrate.
It is Justice Joe.
Thank you.
You understood the citizens advisory that I provided?
Yes.
Need to review a factual basis for our record. All right, it indicates that on November 25th of 2016, at about 7:21 p.m. You were contacted at or near milepost 238 on State Route 87 by the Department of Public Safety. In that police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. Additionally, you were speeding at 75 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone, and that you were not wearing a seat belt. That occurred in Gila County and the jurisdiction of this court, and you are here pleading guilty to the driving suspended violation. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Just confirming you want me to quash a warrant, right?
Quash the warrant, and then we also want to lift the license, unless there, make sure there's nothing else in there, but regarding this case, we'll lift it
Okay.
with your payment that you're making today. All right, sir, so these are the rights that I gave in the group advisory that you indicate that you understand. You're waiving those rights with your guilty plea. You sign where it says defendant, it's been right there for you. All right, sir, so I reviewed with you, there's the $170 fine for count A, $587 for count B. That's the driving suspended violation. Count C is $53.30, and the count D, which is the failure to appear, that has a $500 fine. So we have a total of $1,310.30. We're putting you on a payment plan. I have to add a one-time payment plan of $20. As long as you're consistent with your payments after that. $1,330.30. And then you're going to make a $223.30 payment today. And what can you afford monthly thereafter?
Monthly, so that'll be for the. So I'm going to pay the $20 payment plan today as well.
No,
Oh,
that'll
okay.
just be applied to the balance. You're going to make a $223.30 payment
Okay.
today. Okay, and then you're going to make in 30 days make a payment, and that monthly payment will be due until the balance is paid.
Okay,
But we're releasing your license and we're releasing the warrant.
Okay, I can afford 100.
$100 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll make that due on 5/8 of 2026. So you're signing for the payment plan of paying $223.30 today. Thereafter, $100 a month, 5/8 of 2026, on a total balance of $1,330.30. Sign where it says defendant. Okay, sir. Get you a copy of that in a moment. This is the letter that I talked about in the group advisory that tells you how to set aside the judgment, seal the records. It applies for all cases. If you could sign that one, and acknowledging that I provide you the second copy.
It's not in the system, so I can't know where to start.
And then I cross domestic violence out on that since it does not apply to this case.
He's registered.
All right, and this will be the quashed copy of the quashed warrant. So I'll get you some copies of those and a copy of the payment plan. All right, and then we'll get you, I'll show you the form that you'll take to the front counter to make that payment of the
223, 230,
whatever it was, yep.
something like that.
And then on the bottom of that form, you can make the rest of the payments remotely if you'd like to. There's a phone number and a website.
Okay.
It does charge you a merchant fee for the debit card, credit card use, or you can send us a check or money order if you wish in the mail, or stop by if you're close by.
Well, if I get my license back and I can go full-time, I'll try to double my payments actually, so. That's what I'm
So
hoping.
that top form, that, let's see, yep, that's the one you'll take to the front counter to make that payment that we talked about at the $223.30. Any questions?
That's it, thank you very much.
You bet, you're all set to go. And then did we get a copy of the abstract too?
I think they're gonna have to do that up front.
Okay, so when you make that payment, tell them that you want the MVD abstract. The judge said he's releasing the hold on my license.
All right, so can I ask you something? This doesn't pertain to this court, actually. So I went through some similar things with Phoenix Municipal, South Mountain Municipal Court.
Yeah.
So this court abstract, I have to obtain from the court?
No.
No?
It's sent to motor vehicle automatically, but if like you wanted to walk out the door from here to there,
Okay.
that would get to motor
Yeah,
vehicle.
because
That would-
those ones I settled some time ago. This was the only one that I
Yeah.
had ongoing, so.
Yeah, so they're already reported most
Okay.
likely. Yeah.
All right, thank you for
Yeah,
that
you bet.
information.
Have a good one.
day. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.